This is what happens when you decide to just drive a little longer on the blown head gasket on your Prius or your CT200. You got a hole right there, hole right there, hole right there. Got a smaller hole right there, hole right there, and hole right there. Now I get a lot of customers that tell me they want to get a head gasket changed, but they're going to think about it a little bit, and they'll give us a call back. Well, sometimes when they call us back, they just tell us that they need a new engine. Of course, we have engines as well ready to be installed, but the idea is to fix the head gasket when you first notice those early morning shakes. That'll save you a lot of money, and you don't have to change the whole engine. Now, of course, all these engines are from the 2010 to 2015, either the Prius or the CT200. They're all the 2ZR engines, though. As you see right there, 2ZR. What happens is the coolant will leak past the head gasket. Let me grab one right here. When the engine's not running, and it'll fill up, say that cylinder for example. See that right there and that right there? So it'll fill this cylinder up. Then as the engine goes to crank in the morning, this one's firing, that one's firing, and that one's firing, but this one right here, it's got too much liquid in it. Now, air and fuel mixture will compress and then combust, but air, fuel, and a whole bunch of coolant, liquid, it doesn't compress. It'll hydrolock. Well, this engine's still going to be turning, because when these hybrid engines crank over, they're not cranking like a normal car with a small little starter. They're cranking with some serious force, because you have the inverter and the motor turning the engine, not just a little starter. So you have this rod bearing, this connecting rod right here that's attached to the piston. Well, it's gonna come up no matter what, whether the piston comes up with it or the piston stays put, and this thing comes up, it's just gonna bend. You can see how it's got actually a little band right there. So that's what happens there. Let's see if I can get another engine as an example. Okay, this one happened on the number 1 cylinder. See how clean that cylinder is? That's because over time it had been misfiring. So the gas was going in, not firing. It was just cleaning off the carbon and then going out the exhaust. That one's normal, normal, and normal. This is what the pistons look like when you're burning a fossil fuel. You get some bit of carbon buildup. This one looks like a little too much coolant had leaked in it at one time, and you can see that crack right on the piston. Well, that's from hydrolocking. These three right here are putting so much force and pushing this one up. That liquid, like I said, does not compress. So it bends the rod, and about 50 or 100 miles down the road sometimes you get the rod, the connecting rod just breaks in half and starts shooting out the side. Shooting out the side right there too. You see that one? Cracked. Looks like it was leaking there as well. Normal and normal. This one right here, number 1 cylinder again. That one looks like it's a little clean. Might have just been sitting for a long time. Oh, but wait. You see that stuff right there? That's Blue Devil. Don't put that stuff in. Your engine is gonna ruin it. Busted right out the side. That's what they do. So change your head gasket the moment you hear that early morning knocking and that shaking sound. Otherwise, the longer you drive it, the more damage you're gonna do. Hopefully you get it fixed by us. Why? Well, most shops don't want to touch these engines, and the ones that do, well, they're just gonna sell you a used engine and claim that it has some ridiculously low mileage, like $50,000 straight from Japan. Everybody knows that's a myth. Most likely the engine that they do sell you is going to have the original head gasket anyway, so you don't know if that's going to last 5,000 or 10,000 miles. So replace the head gasket by us. Now, if you already blew your head gasket, or you blew the engine, I should say, you got that hole inside of the engine, that's fine. We have engines too. We're not going to sell you some used engine. We have rebuilt engines, still with the same 1-year warranty. So give us a call. We're servicing Las Vegas area, Reno, Tahoe, Sacramento area, the entire San Francisco Bay Area, Stockton, Modesto, down to Fresno, Bakersfield, Los Angeles, and San Diego area. All those areas, and we come straight to you. We keep all the tools, all the parts in stock that you need. Let's say you have a burned exhaust valve, we have it. You need a water pump, we have it. You need a radiator, you need a new head, we carry engines as well. Whatever you need, no matter what, it's gonna be fixed and done the same day. So give us a call. Thank you.